Soul Land 2 Episode 80. Prepare for an epic showdown. The Sun Moon Academy unleashes its full force, leaving the Shrek team on the brink of defeat. Will Wang Qiuer's unwavering spirit and the power of friendship be enough to save the day? Donghua Bin's sweetheart was Wang Qiuer. Seeing his goddess injured and turned into an old woman, he flew into a rage, seeking revenge. In the team battle between Shrek and Sun Moon Academy, Meng Hongqin had been severely injured and vomited blood. Wang Qiuer suffered even more severe injuries, almost aging to death. The story continued from the last episode. After Wang Qiuer single-handedly took on 3 members of the Sun Moon team, she decided to give up the individual competition and focus all her energy on the team battle. The members of both teams entered the arena. Wang Qiuer flashed onto the competition stage, followed closely by her 6 teammates. The 6 members of the Sun Moon team also took the stage. The referee shouted for both sides to announce their names. The 7 members of Shrek were Wang Qiuer, Donghua Bin, Zhu Lu, Ning Tian, Chao Jingyan, Lan Susu, and Lan Luoluo. The 6 members of the Sun Moon team were Xiao Hongqin, Meng Hongqin, Lan Xiao, Qiu Yi, Yi Nongfeng, and Ding Xiaobo. After both sides announced their names, in the Tang sect viewing area, Hua Yuhao's body trembled slightly. The light around him became slightly distorted. His teammates beside him didn't notice. But within the isolated competition arena, Wang Qiuer seemed to sense something. Her eyes narrowed slightly as she turned to look at Hua Yuhao. Both sides took their positions. Wang Qiuer stood at the very front, with Donghua Bin at her side. Lan Susu was behind Donghua Bin, and Zhu Lu was behind her. Behind Lan Susu was Lan Luoluo. Chao Jingxian and Ning Tian stood at the back. On the Sun Moon team's side, Qiu Yi, over 2 meters tall and weighing 300 kilograms, was at the forefront. He was clearly a defense-type soul master. Behind him were the Hongqin siblings and the others. As the referee shouted, "Begin," the match started. Wang Qiuer instantly sprang into action. Her right hand's golden dragon spear transformed into a golden streak, shooting straight towards Qiu Yi. A piercing whistle echoed throughout the arena. Seeing this, Qiu Yi's scalp went numb. He quickly released a giant round shield. The moment the golden dragon spear was launched, Wang Qiuer darted forward like lightning. Simultaneously, her first and second soul rings, golden dragon body and dragon strength, were activated. Close behind her were Donghua Bin, Zhu Lu, Lan Susu, and Lan Luoluo. The 4 of them followed their captain tacitly. For lights shone from the back of the Shrek team, landing on Wang Qiuer, simultaneously providing 4 types of buffs. This was the limit of what Ning Tian could currently do. Ning Tian then stepped on her flying shuttle, staying far behind her teammates. Chao Jingyan, after releasing his martial soul, calmly and attentively observed the entire field. The golden dragon spear was blocked by Qiu Yi's shield. However, Qiu Yi, holding the 1000-gene heavy shield, was also forced back a few steps. After the head-on collision, the Sun Moon team members also moved. Meng Hongqin's ice poison instantly expanded. 9 fluorescent lights rose into the air, forming a net of light which blocked Wang Qiuer's path. Wang Qiuer didn't stop her charge. She swept the golden dragon spear forcefully at the net of light. To Wang Qiuer's surprise, the formidable power of the golden dragon martial soul failed. She was bounced back by the net's rebounding force and sent flying. Behind the Hongqin siblings, Lan Xiao's eyes glowed brightly. It was clear he was controlling the light net. The light net crisscrossed in the air, blocking Shrek's first wave of attack. Lan Xiao shouted, "I'll take care of Wang Qiuer. You guys deal with the rest." The light net quickly converged, combining into a single force and heading straight for Wang Qiuer. Seeing this, Wang Qiuer threw a punch. The fluorescent light instantly dispersed, but she was once again bounced back more than 10 meters. The Tang sect members below the stage couldn't help but change their expressions. The opponent's light net was clearly hindering Wang Qiuer's momentum. It was extremely effective against her. Just as Wang Qiuer was repelled, Xiao Hongqin finally revealed his true strength. 2 yellow, 2 purple, 3 black, 7 soul rings rose up. This meant he possessed the cultivation of a soul sage. This was also the first time in the history of the soul fighting tournament that a soul sage under the age of 20 had appeared. Countless projectiles erupted. Dai Huabin, Zhu Lu, Lan Susu, and Lan Luolua were all enveloped. The 4 of them were suppressed, unable to advance any further. Where no one noticed, Ding Xiaobo had already vanished into a blur. With the 7-ring soul sage's attack, Shrek was completely suppressed. This was an honor, but at the same time, Xiao Hongchen also paid a huge price for it. His cultivation would stagnate for the next 5 years. But he didn't regret it because he wanted to stand at the peak of this tournament. Under Xiao Hongchen's barrage of projectiles, Meng Hongchen, holding an ice-blue longsword, charged straight towards Wang Qiu'er. She wanted to avenge her loss in the previous match. At this moment, there was still one person at the back of the Sun Moon team, Yi Nongfeng. He was carrying a fixed soul-guided cannon, ready to strike. The use of this weapon would also drive Dai Huabin completely mad later on. Watching the outstanding performance of the Sun Moon team members, Su Tian'an smiled and said to Jing Hongchen, "Hall Master Hongchen, you've hidden your strength well. These young people are all pillars of our nation." Hearing the praise, Jing Hongchen breathed a sigh of relief. He explained that his grandson, for the sake of the competition, had taken drugs to break through to soul sage level and wouldn't be able to improve for the next 5 years. He would even suffer from the drug side effects. Su Tian'an said solemnly, "His spirit is commendable. This is his sacrifice for the glory of our nation." At this moment, all the Sun Moon citizens in the audience were incredibly excited. They all thought to themselves, defeat Shrek. Make history. On the other side, the 4 members of Dai Huabin's group weren't scattered by the projectiles. The Lan sisters used their soul skills, creating a protective barrier. The 4 maintained their formation and moved closer to Wang Qiu'er. Facing the encirclement of the light net, Wang Qiu'er was constantly moving. Xiao Hongchen and Lan Xiu, a 7-ring and a 6-ring respectively, were both unhurried. They knew that as long as they continued to wear them down, Wangxing. Just then, Meng Hongchen's sword light and the light net covered Wang Qiu'er simultaneously, trying to pin her down. At the same time, Meng Hongchen's poison enveloped the Shrek team. However, the Shrek members' bodies all lit up with a golden light. Shrek had anticipated Meng Hongchen's poison and had prepared poison-isolating soul conductor devices. All the poison was blocked. Facing the dangerous situation, Wang Qiu'er suddenly stood still and looked at Meng Hongchen with a cold gaze. Seeing the coldness in her eyes, Meng Hongchen felt a surge of anger. "You're still so arrogant at a time like this?" As the light net fell upon Wang Qiu'er, a small bell suddenly appeared above Lan Su's head. In an instant, Lan Su's eyes glazed over. The light net dimmed and lost control. It was Chao Jingshuan's time-lapse that had taken effect. Seizing this opportunity, Wang Qiu'er instantly broke through the encirclement. With the golden dragon's spear in hand, she fiercely thrust it towards Meng Hongchen's chest. Facing the sudden reversal, Meng Hongchen reacted quickly. A bright light flashed from her chest and blasted towards Wang Qiu'er. It was the rank 6 concentrated soul guidance cannon. Wang Qiu'er didn't dodge, prepared to trade injury for a kill. Her 3rd soul ring flashed, and a dragon head appeared on her right hand. With a booming explosion, the concentrated soul guidance cannon collided with the golden dragon's spear. The golden dragon's spear was a divine weapon, indestructible. In the next instant, the spear tip was about to pierce her opponent's chest. Meng Hongchen's heart pounded. Her 3rd soul skill, Ice Refraction, activated. She instantly teleported 3 feet away, trying to avoid the blow. Wang Qiu'er's thrust missed. She stomped her right foot hard on the ground. A loud dong resonated. Like an elephant falling from a building, the shockwave rippled outwards. Meng Hongchen's ice refraction shattered instantly. The golden dragon's spear spun, becoming a golden wheel of light that swept out again. Xiao Hongchen, seeing this heart-stopping scene, shouted, "Xiao Meng, come back." Meng Hongchen wanted to retreat, but it was too late. She held her sword horizontally and unleashed a cross-shaped slash towards Wang Qiu'er, hoping to force Wang Qiu'er to dodge and exploit any opening created. But the ever-resolute Wang Qiu'er wouldn't let this hard-won opportunity slip. Wang Qiu'er's eyes turned blood red. Her angry spirit surged, her aura exploding. As if she didn't see the incoming blade, she swept the golden dragon spear directly at her opponent. Seeing Wang Qiu'er's desperate move, Meng Hongchen furiously thought, let's see who gets hurt worse. Then, with a puff and a bang, the blade tore 2 gashes in Wang Qiu'er's clothes. 2 gashes appeared. Her scales vibrated, but she remained unharmed. It was Wang Qiu'er's 6th soul skill, Golden Dragon Bloodthirst, taking effect. Golden Dragon Bloodthirst amplified Wang Qiu'er's strength by 30%. Combined with the 7 treasure glazed tile pagoda's amplification, her power had reached a terrifying level. On the other side, Meng Hongchen was sent flying. Her rank 6 ice crystal longsword broke into 4 pieces. She coughed up blood, crashing into the soul guidance barrier before falling to the ground. A closer look revealed that the armor on her chest and abdomen was crumpled and cracked, with internal injuries. She was clearly severely wounded. Xiao Hongchen's eyes reddened. He fired a full-powered cannon blast at Nalan, and then rushed towards where Meng Hongchen had fallen. Just then, a strange white electric light shot out as Xiao Hongchen moved. The white electric light was incredibly fast, instantly enveloping Wang Qiu'er. The next moment, an unbelievable scene unfolded. Wang Qiu'er, hit by the electric light, began to tremble violently. Her pink-blue hair instantly turned pale. She fell to one knee, her body rapidly aging. The Tang sect members in the audience stood up abruptly. He Kaidu was especially shocked by the scene. He and Hua Yuhao had never seen this soul guidance device before. The one who launched this fatal attack was Yi Nongfeng. The coil weapon he carried was called the Aging Ray. It was a rank 7 soul guidance device he had developed himself. Once it hit its target, it would drain their life force, causing them to age rapidly until death. Yi Nongfeng enjoyed researching soul guidance devices that destroyed beautiful things. Because of this, he earned a nickname within Mingda Hall, the Genius Destroyer. At this moment, Wang Qiu'er knelt on one knee, her skin wrinkled all over. After unleashing this attack, Yi Nongfeng was drained of soul power, but his eyes were filled with a manic glee. Wang Qiu'er was his first human target, and he was very satisfied with the results. With a single blow, he had achieved a remarkable feat, Captain. Bastard! Facing their spiritual leader's plight, the Shrek team cried out in alarm. Dai Huabin's eyes were bloodshot, his rage soaring. In his heart, Wang Qiu'er had always been his supreme idol and his motivation. In an instant, Dai Huabin roared to the heavens. He reached out and pulled Zhu Lu into his arms. Meanwhile, the smug Yi Nongfeng was unaware that his doom was fast approaching. Like, subscribe, and follow for more. Next episode, Hua Yuhao goes offline to power up and assist Wang Qiu'er. Shrek defeats the Sun Moon team. Wang Donger acknowledges Wang Qiu'er as her sister on the spot.